Good morning, everyone, and a good morning it is. We are seeing ADA try to do something for the first time since March 2nd. Right now, it's decorrelating itself from the crypto market. And this is where ADA has a real opportunity to pick up some steam and attack some higher prices. Now, we're going to talk about that as well as a few other things in this video, something taking place tomorrow that everybody should be aware of. And I have to say, this gives me a lot of confidence for what the future of crypto looks like. So, if you guys are new or haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. Hit that bell again. It's free to do. It'll keep you updated anytime there's new content live here on the channel. So I love when ADA starts to build these formations, when it starts to decorrelate from the crypto market. Guys, it loves to pick up steam and stack green after green after green. And that's exactly what we're seeing this morning. It may not look like much here, guys, but we've actually just seen the highest price since all the way back on March 12th. That's a very exciting sign. ADA actually got all the way up to 76.30 this morning. We can see that there have been plenty of times where it has done this exact thing, where it's built momentum and gone on nice surges to the upside, built momentum, nice surge to the upside. In fact, I think back here is about when we were talking about that potential, 20% surge in terms of ADA, and we're already looking pretty good. This was about a 9% surge or so. So tackling about half of that range. But what I think is very interesting here is ADA is currently broken out above its 20-day moving average. This is the first time it has done this since back on March 2nd. And why this is so important is this is a very strong point of resistance for ADA. You guys can see fighting this trend, fighting this trend, fighting this trend. So if we can confirm above here, that is a very big sign. Just know that again, right at about 78 cents, a little bit of resistance here. It's right where our 50-day is. You guys can see it about 79 cents, same range. And in fact, when we look at our weekly chart, you guys can see our 20-week moving average bull market support for ADA. That's at about 78.5 cents. So those are some of our local points of resistance where if ADA can break those, we're in really good shape. And what I have to say is that I love that ADA is doing this outside of everything else. When we look at BTC, for example, you guys can see Bitcoin is still currently broken out, but is actually having a bit of a red day. When we look at something like BTC dominance, still kind of floating around the same range, hasn't really changed. We look at USDT dominance, we're actually having a little bit of a green day. So ADA is moving opposite the crypto market right now. And that's exactly what we want to see. Start have a little bit of decorrelation, build a little momentum, because then when the market does swing into gear, it can actually push ADA further. Right now, we're still seeing some matriculation of capital in the crypto market. And if ADA is running, you're probably going to see some FOMO into ADA. Great sign. Up to $80 billion in trading volume over the last 24 hours. So a little bit hotter of a week than we had last week. Fear greed index at a 34 right now. So we're in actually great shape. I'm loving that we're seeing this. And what's really helping the crypto market overall is, once again, we are seeing institutional players on the buy. So BlackRock, $18 million worth of BTC added yesterday. Fidelity leading the way with $82 million. And again, this now marks, what is that? Seven straight days of institutional buying on the public side. So again, we talk about this shift in the crypto market. We talk about this push towards more optimism, more positivity, more accumulation. That's exactly what's going on. And this can cause basically a big old crypto market breakout. Now, I'm not guaranteeing or saying that's what's going to happen for sure. We are starting to have a lot of those signs. Now, what I will say is tomorrow we have an event taking place. I'm not expecting it to be, any crazy market pumping event. But I just want to point to something specifically. So what's happening tomorrow is actually the DC Blockchain Summit. Now, this is something that Charles Hoskinson will, in fact, be speaking at. Donald Trump Jr. of World Liberty Financial is going to be speaking there as well. And what I found very interesting about this is I was taking a look at these speakers. And what I'm noticing is a lot of congressmen and women that are going to be speaking at this event. And this is I think worth noting. And why I'm saying this is we are seeing an embrace unlike anything we have ever seen in the crypto market. And this is happening at a government level. And why this is such a big deal is if we are having this big of an embrace, how easy do you think it is to pass through crypto legislation? How easy do you think it is to pass through something like a plan for crypto strategic reserve accumulation, whether that's BTC, whether that includes ADA, whatever it may be, right? And the point I'm trying to make is that the embrace for crypto is bigger than ever. And we're still just in the early parts of this. This is going to get bigger as time goes on. There is more support than ever. There is more optics than ever surrounding crypto. And the more that these discussions are taking place, the more people are getting on board, the easier it is going to be for us to actually move into mass adoption across the crypto market. This is where, again, ADA has a real opportunity to excel, because ADA does its best when adoption is booming, when there's excitement in the crypto market. Again, just pointing back to a couple of those things from yesterday. Yes, we are positive on the RSI. Yes, we are positive on the MACD. We are carrying a lot of momentum right now. And when ADA tends to do these things, when we are getting embraced, when we see this excitement, that is when we can start making some of these more significant moves. Just want to point to one other thing too. Again, we're continuing to play out into that inverse head and shoulders like we were talking about. Yes, we did breach that neckline, but this is what ADA wants to do. It wants to break out. It wants to go on its next run. And the question is, are we getting enough this week where we could in fact see that? Now, understand that Friday we do have a PCE report. It's our next in our big line of macro data to pay attention to. So that'd be a point where, again, could see the market move one way or the other. But I appreciate you guys as always. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know your thoughts below, but have a great day. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care.